you in a couple hours. So we just got our first addition to the studio property. I know, you saw in yesterday's video, excuse you, you just saw in yesterday's video that we started painting the outside of our once was cottage property, which is now going to be Elysia English Studios. I'm so unbelievably excited that this is going to be my creative space. There's some huge ideas for things that are going to happen there, in addition to making my DIY kits, having just a creative space to work. But there's more to it eventually down the road when the building's done. And the addition we're gonna take over today is gonna help us start to, elaborate the property so that we can do all the things that we wanna do on that property when we get to that point.
I think the box gave it away. Freakishly strong, good job. Would you like me to carry some?
Yeah, just like 9 or 10 of them.
What? There's only 9 or 10 of them.
How do we wanna actually puzzle this in? Because it's longer than my truck. That's the one thing that was really good about Lainey, who, R.I.P. Lainey. Lainey was an 8-foot bed, which meant that I could put 8-foot long boards in or a full sheet of something. And this bed on this truck, which I absolutely love a million times more. So I'll sacrifice the 2 feet of bed space to have this truck any day. It was a huge upgrade, but it's only a 6-foot bed. So definitely.
I think you'll have to pull the tailgate up and then we'll just sneak it back to the back corner.
Yeah, but
we might have to move some stuff.
Boy, am I happy to have a pickup truck, because I can't even tell you how many things I didn't do over the years because I didn't have a pickup truck. Still trying to think of a name. She needs a cowgirl name. I just don't know what it is yet. It's not going to be Lainey, because I think Lainey cursed herself and she got stuck in the laneway.
She did.
So we're going to not call this one Roadie, because it's going to go on the road, because that doesn't sound like country girl enough, but that might give her better results in the end. Roadie. I'm just saying, Lainey got stuck in the laneway. Roadie might at least give her the best chance of staying on the road. Hey, Phil, you're great. You look real cute holding that camera, but
thanks. It's my job.
Your job.
Yeah.
I don't actually know where it says that that's your job title. Like,
do I have a title?
Actually, something written out that explains what type of an employee you are?
When people ask me what do I do, I just say that I'm Elysia's horse caregiver. That's all I really am. I just take care of the horses, the pigs, and the chickens, and the turkeys, the kids, Elysia. I'm just all around caregiver here.
Literally, it's my most awkward question when anyone's meeting us. Like when we were first in Nova Scotia, people are always like, oh, and what does your husband do for work? Because everyone thinks that because we do some of the things we do, that I must have this rich husband who just pays for everything and I just get to create crafts all day. And they're like, what does your husband do? And I'm like, actually, what? I don't know. What is his job title?
What the heck? I do a lot. You do family, I'm sweating right now.
I know you do. Those ones are definitely the heavier ones. We carried all these together, remember? But if you want to add like descriptions under your resume, I could put like heavy lifter.
Oh, honey. heavy lifter.
Hudson and Lennon are enjoying this beautiful summer day. Oh, Lennon's coming to see you, you two family. She's like, what are they up to now? Hey, girl, keep Hudson out of trouble today while we're gone.
She's just worried about me. She thinks you work me too hard. She knows.
She's like, where's my horse keeper going?
Yeah.
Hudson and Lennon have been eating, obviously, all the grasses. They're the best lawnmowers ever. We went and picked up a bale of hay like 4 days ago, and they're almost completely through a round bale. A little spoiled.
They're pigs. They're
piggies. But they love it. They're so chill. You're doing so great. Keep going. So great. Maybe I'll put filmer camera girl on my resume and you can take my job titles and then I won't have to lift the heavy packages again.
Why are we building resumes? You're not telling me something?
YouTuber, content creator is the top of my resume. Right after mom, we actually got this parcel dropped off in the winter time. And it was, I think, 3 days before that massive dump of snow that we got, where we got like 6 feet of snow. So that is why we have not moved these boxes, and we just placed them beside all of the barn wood so that we didn't have the plow or anything bump into any of the packages and dent anything. Yeah, it looks really heavy. Hudson's coming to help you.
Come on, bud.
In the morning, first thing before we go do any filming, we do all the animal chores and we do all the things we need to do around the homestead. and then we get to work, which is already after we've done work, but we enjoy every second of it. Thank goodness we have a pickup truck. Oh, thank goodness we have you, Phil. Thank goodness. Sweet.
There's a lot of boxes. This thing must be pretty big.
I packed the solar generator so we can do whatever we need to do over there today. My truck has no air conditioning. Look what I got in the back.
Oh, hi, Phil.
Okay, old studio had a studio mascot. We had a plant that we named Phil. And I left it outside while I got groceries one day and the sun completely fried it. So I was like, let's do Phil mascot round 2. And my truck has no AC.
And no gas.
Oh, and no gas. That's where we're going. So we just got all the boxes over to the new studio building. We checked out our paint job. We're gonna do some more painting today. But what we're doing right now before we run into the little town that's only about 10 minutes from the cottage property. Oh, I have to stop saying that. 10 minutes away from the studio is the little town where we have a hardware store, grocery store and things. So we're gonna go run and get some drinks, some snacks, probably a couple things at the hardware store. But we're looking for the instruction manual so we know what tools or any instruments that we need to be able to put this up. And then we're gonna kind of more talk about like what it is. But we don't want to be able to, we don't want to go into town and then end up needing something in 20 minutes. So we're just looking to see what we're gonna need to put this together. And I think it's gonna go, at least for now, right here. So Philip's gonna do a little more cutting over here, get us a nice cleared up spot. A million little grasshoppers just ran through and ran away while Philip walked by there. And then we just have one piece of siding that popped out over here. And we brought our mascot, Phil.
Looks like we just need an Allen driver and they're all the same size. Everything looks pretty straightforward.
We're building a 14 by 20 wood looking hardtop gazebo. So it's got a really nice, like sort of like a peaked roof. You can see the picture on the side of the box here. And it also has like these curtain things that go down, which maybe we won't really use, but we'll be using it just for like a shade spot to be able to work under, or later if I do any events or anything here. Then we have some outdoor extended space. Maybe that was a delivery for us, because I'm waiting for something special for the studio.
Yo, yes.
That was one of our delivery guys that comes sometimes.
Thing for the studio.
So I'm waiting for 3 things that are going to be really useful for me in the studio. 2 of them already came, which go with us, but the main element of what I'm getting is supposed to show up today. I almost wanted to just stay home today and wait for the parcel, but out where we live, you're just like never guaranteed when something says it's going to deliver that day that it's actually going to arrive on that day. It just doesn't always happen. So it would be a complete waste of a day to just stay home today and wait for a box to show up. But I'm pretty excited about this box, so it was pretty tempting to wait for it. So as you know, sometimes on our channel, we have amazing opportunities to work with different brands. And we often turn down companies to work with because it just doesn't really align with things that we would actually use. And so we never want to show things that our family wouldn't actually be able to purchase or actually use in our real life. And so that's why you don't see that we do very many sponsors on our channel, but we do a couple. And the ones that we've worked with for a really, really long time and really fit the style of our family. Cricut, for example, is a very natural integration into doing DIY projects. But this is a company that we decided to work with, that we've worked with right now for the first time, and it's called Domi Outdoor Living. I'll put all of their information down in the description box, but they were kind enough to gift us this building to be able to use in my studio over here. And so we're so grateful. So thank you so much to Domi Outdoor Living. It's a 14 by 20 wood looking hardtop gazebo. And as you know, right here in Nova Scotia, it is very unpredictable of the weather. We might have 4 seasons in one day. So having a little outdoor space to be able to work here and stretch out if we need to cut, say, larger pieces of lumber or something, or on a really hot day like today, some shade would be really great over here. And we're pretty sparse of any trees to stand and work under over here. So this is gonna be a great addition. And then also, I'm thinking that maybe down the road eventually, you know, a year from now when the studio is really established, and it would be really cool for people to be able to come here and maybe like create and do the odd maybe outdoor event in the evening or something where we can all work on a kit or something. I don't know. I think it'll be a great additional square footage to this small building. We need to water Phil because he's needing some water. So I picked up a jug of water. He's getting the premium water today. Inside the building here, we obviously have our broken window that we need to fix, but we have a window over here, and then we have a window on the back, and we have a window in the bathroom, what was once a bathroom. And then we also have the big back door that is completely glass pane. So what I want to do, because obviously we're going to be working here is just be able to put up like temporary faux curtains on the windows. We're not going to be storing anything here yet anyway, so it really doesn't matter too much, but I just think it's better. It'll keep it cooler inside too if I just put something up on the windows. So I'm going to use some like thrifted tablecloths and like muslin type fabric that I have. And I'm just going to use some little tacks and tack them on. When we get to like painting in here, after it's done drywalling and the electrical's all done, then I can put up like blinds or like something a little more, you know, shop-like for the inside. But for right now, I just want to kind of like coat up over the windows. I think that's going to be a good choice to be able to do that right now. So you can see what we were mentioning about how all the wiring and everything has all been newly done. So this is all done here and it's wired all the way around. And then whoever did the lights did like the vapor barriers and everything. And then Philip showed you that all of the wiring goes outside. Like all of the wiring has been done, which is awesome. Wiring doesn't actually get me the electrical until I have not only an electrician come in and put in the fuse panel, but also I need to, once that's done and I have a permit for the electrical and have him do that, then I have to contact the Nova Scotia Power. They run power basically for the whole province, and I need to request for them to come and hook up my power. And then we'll have to find out from them if they're going to use one of the existing closed poles or if they need to come and put a pole in on the building. And what is that going to cost? If there is a cost for that, there's so many things, so many variables and budget things that need to happen here. So we're going to work slowly and we're going to work our way through, but we're going to make progress over here. So I just took that IKEA tablecloth and then I just used some little push pins to be able to put that on for now. I think that's fine. It just creates a way that no one can really look into the building, or if we're here late at night working, no one can see in. And then I did the same to the back door and I'm just about to do the other windows now. But you know what? Cheapest option, use something I already have that I'm not using. Who cares if this gets dusty? It's gonna be a workshop in here. It's a scrap left. I'm going to cut it all up. I probably should have brought some fabric scissors, but this will do for now. Philip's been working on one piece of siding that keeps popping out over here, but I think he's got it in place now. It's looking pretty good. As soon as I'm done inside, I'm going to come out and roll another coat of paint. You can see that even though you paint with black, you think, oh, it's black. It'll just be a coat or two, that's it. No. It's almost as bad as painting white paint and it's just soaking in like crazy, and we want to make sure it's nice and solid. The one thing I do like though is that you can still see the texture of the siding even though we've painted it, which is pretty cool. I think that looks neat. It makes it look like it's just black siding rather than that we painted it. And Philip's been weed whacking, getting more of this area all cleared out so that we can start building the building. Okay, lots of questions on what the color was called that we use. It's called Little Black Number.
It's not gonna take long to dry today, babe.
Holy, it's drying as fast as I'm painting.
It's going on blue, so it has a huge blue undertone, but then it dries really nice flat black.
We got a lot of messages asking. There's a grasshopper floating. We got a lot of messages asking what color the paint was, and I just was like, well, it's pure black. I don't think it was anything fancy, but actually, we're gonna have to put like a sound barrier wall on all of our studio videos when we're outside are gonna be like, guess what type of vehicle is driving by? Is it a delivery truck? Is it a lobster hauling truck? Is it a
That one sounded like a soup can with a with a motor attached to it.
Yeah, that's definitely when you roll it on, you think you're painting with like a baby blue color. Can you see that on camera?
Oh yeah.
And then it dries dark.
Oh, the third coat looks so good though.
I moved from there to here and then this side's dry already. Like one swoosh. I feel like we live in Texas today.
It's so
This is
hot.
what I imagine it feels like in Texas.
Yeah, you've never been.
Are you two family members from Texas? Tell me it's really hot.
It's a hot one today.
I'm like roasting hot.
Yeah, you're wearing all black. Even Phil's like, get me out of the sun. Even the solar panels are like, get me out of the sun. This is as far as I got over here.
It's so bloody hot.
I was whippersnipping and chopping. I brought the pickaxe out, ripping down these Japanese knotwoods.
Very invasive.
Oh my gosh, they're relentless. The stalks are thick, but they're hollow. And they're just a pain in the butt to get. It just rips the whippersnipper apart. Oh, look at them. It's a forest. They're really difficult to deal with if you have them on your property. A lot of people don't buy properties with this Japanese knotwood on it, and I can see why. I had no idea. We would have still bought the property anyways, had we known. But it wasn't like this. It's just taken over. Alicia's just casually painting, doing edging with her left hand. No problem. Not even a big deal with black paint. Only you.
Listen, I've done a lot of painting, okay?
Wow, clean.
You're filming me. Philip. He's heating me out. Listen, I do enough painting that when the right arm gets tired, that left arm better be able to keep up.
You're an ambidextrous painter.
I am. I'm almost as comfortable painting with my left as my right. First coat on this door. You can see I put the curtain up already on the... Oh, but the X's are white.
That's okay. So is the curtain. I think there's a way to take them out.
Oh yeah, because they're between glass.
Yeah, you should be able to take them out.
That's fine. Doesn't matter. It's the back. If it was the front, then maybe I would care, but it's the back. Which is technically the front. But
right? We spun
the building is backwards on property, technically. It is very common in Nova Scotia that the front is at the back and the back is at the front. Oh yeah, we had a lot of our YouTube family members asking us. By the way, collectively, I think our YouTube family thought that this was a great idea to use this as a studio. So thanks for having me back, YouTube family. You're wondering how far. You're like, well, a shop is great, but how far do you have to travel to come here to do the work? Because we have the animals and the boys, who are teenagers, by the way. They can stay home alone sometimes. And actually like to do that sometimes. But it's 15 minutes approximately from our house to here.
Yeah, maybe not even.
Yeah, maybe not even. 15 minutes when I'm driving.
Yeah.
It's pretty close. And we get the most beautiful ocean views on the way here. Like, it is in an amazing spot. We are right on this main road here, which is technically a highway. Where we live is kind of one entrance in. You can kind of come in one way and kind of leave another way, but it's like, it's busy, but it's not that busy. So that's the only thing I don't like is that there's a main road right there, but it's not a big deal. Like, we don't live here, obviously. So we do have tons of privacy in the back. So I think that'll be neat. Eventually we'll have a step into deck on the front and then like a great big like hangout deck on the back. And then maybe we'll screen it in one day or something. I'm not sure. We have a lot of plans for this place, which obviously could be 2 years down the road or 3 years down the road, but eventual projects, just like everyone else has for their houses. But I think it's gonna be really awesome. But I do like that we have privacy at the back.
Yeah, me too. Nice deck out here.
Yeah, beautiful deck back here.
Maybe a hot tub. So while you're working away, I can be in the hot tub.
I'm over there like working for 200 plus hours on kids and Philip's like, hi YouTube family, and he's just like soaking in the hot tub. Yeah, that would be great. That would be awesome to have a hot tub, but I don't think that's in the budget, babe. We're working on shingles. Working on the budget for an electrician and shingles. And really, to be completely honest, nothing we're doing at this cottage we are budgeting out right now. We're about to work on our barn. We have other projects that we're working on. We've got some stuff to finish at Philip's mom and dad's, but I do honestly we have to set priority to come in here and like clean out some of the drywall and get some stuff set up in here for me.
Well, you can use it as a shop. It doesn't need nice floor. It has a nice floor. It doesn't matter if this floor gets
a nice floor.
It has
it's
a
nice
floor.
Floor to get dirty.
Right. It doesn't really matter. And then the bathroom, we can work on that as we go.
There is a toilet in here.
Yeah.
It's not great, as I showed you, me trying to,
And the property has septic, and the property has a beautiful well, so it's got water.
We're just half an acre here.
Yeah.
So, and honestly, all of the land that you're seeing that Philip's, planned for cutting here is what we own. Except for this little bit in the back here that you can't really see because of the knotwood. So it's not like it's an unmanageable amount of size over here for us to maintain this as a studio and still have the house. So I know a lot of our YouTube family members you have so many projects on the go. Although sometimes we, you see that we jump from different projects, we're actually really organized and know what we're working on. And oftentimes the jumping is because maybe we have the budget to go over and paint something, or we have the budget to go over and do a backsplash, or then maybe we have the budget to auger some holes or whatever, but we don't have enough to do something else we were already working on. Like, for example, the pantry ceiling. We need to finish the pantry ceiling. Yeah, that could be a huge priority right now, but we want a bigger budget for our idea for that. So we're gonna leave it for now until we can afford to get to that project, and we'll bump around and do a few things that don't cost as much in the meantime. So although we sometimes seem very disorganized, we're very calculated behind the scenes, although we are impulsive. We're a good, happy combination of both.
So impulsive.
I like to think of it as creatively ADHD.
Yeah, good job.
And I don't know if it's good that we're both that way.
Oh yeah, we're enablers.
Who's the rhyme and reasons of this operation? Probably Chase. Chase and Dayton.
Chase and Dayton. Blowing it all down. In the jungle.
I'm pretty sure I smell like grass and weeds and Japanese knotwood, and I don't even know what else is growing. I think there's even some wild raspberries here, which is pretty cool, Phil said, around the corner. But I just did a whole ton of weed whacking. Oh, YouTube family, I'm gonna look like a lobster. Sunscreen just doesn't help when you're outside for hours and hours and hours. Okay, so I found something on the property on the side here after I just weed whacked a whole section. I'm gonna show you. There's some logs over here, and there's just these like chunky pieces. And I thought maybe I could take a bunch of those chunky pieces over in front of the door and make just like a little temporary step. But look at, between Philip and I today, we got all this rest of this spot here all weed whacked. Looks so good. Like opened up all this. He did all of that you saw in yesterday's video on the front and like this way. And then him and I just tag teamed this whole area. So there's still lots more. Like all of this can still come down. I think we own all the way back there. And then all this can come down. That's all knotwood behind. We'll have to get a survey done so that we know exactly, exactly where our property line is. And while I was weed whacking today, I was just thinking about how amazing yesterday was. We had the most amazing birthday celebration for Chase's 15th birthday yesterday. Christmas wrapping for your birthday. That's the best. To be Christmas wrapping.
I love the balloons. They're so good.
Your Triceratops. I did get
it. Was in the car and we could hear the air
going out of it.
So like it's not
Yeah, your Triceratops. Yeah. That's okay. That's cool. That's cool. What do you think?
It's so cool.
Yes?
Yes, I love it.
Okay. It's cooler in person than ever.
Let me see.
It looks so cool.
Wow. Wow.
Awesome. Little birthday boat cruise. We have reached land. Fun little beach spot over here. Mom and Dad live that way over there. Philip's setting up some fireworks, and we have a fire going so we can make some s'mores soon. Colors are cool.
Batteries charged or?
Yep.
Yeah, we found 2 different charging things, so. Troopers grounded. No fireworks. You can't run near the fireworks, troop. We're doing our traditional fireworks on your birthday gig.
Yeah.
This time, Philip's not gonna set himself on fire.
No promises.
I'm not sure if you remember our welcome to a little blue sky cottage, but Philip set off some fireworks and he went running. Chase is loving his new guitar. He did a little bit of a jam sesh. We'll have to get him to play for you guys another time, but about 2 years ago, he started playing the electric guitar and he really, really liked it, but he hadn't had a ton of experience on it. So we bought him a guitar. Now that he's been playing for 2 years, he definitely deserved and needed an upgrade. So that's what he got for his 15th birthday. It was a really amazing guitar. We all pitched in for it, and so we're excited. He's going to start a guitar collection kind of as he goes here in his journey of playing the electric guitar, but it's been a really fun day. They're going to do a race. Shark versus what's your boat, Chase?
3, 2, 1, go.
Those things haul. Whoa. Okay, it's hot. But I just unscrewed a whole bunch of old wood that was on that side of the property. There was tons of deck screws in them. And I just kept on working away at it, even though they're like super like stuck in the wood. And look at what I got. Leave no materials unused on property. Look at these. You know what I see when I see these? I see a step. I now have the third coat on the front of the building. Looks pretty good. Again, a few little touch-up spots, but we're gonna let it dry overnight. I haven't done any on this side, and then I'm gonna show you the left side. Started painting this side. It's gonna be so great when it's done. I'm so excited about it. Hopefully it's not as hot tomorrow and I can get up on the really tall ladder and install that piece up there and paint and kind of start at the top and work my way down. But I was on the little 3-tier ladder today, or 4-tier ladder, and I was like, no, I'm going to fall off this because it was just like shaky and hot. So, but look, we're really getting there. So there you can see that I have the little curtain on the window now. And then I decided to do the little step with like a metal paint for making sure that that step wasn't so like shiny silver. And then I'm going to paint the underneath here. But I didn't think today was the perfect day to be up on the ladder doing that. And I made this little step. It looks really silly, but it'll help save our knees for a couple days. Not too bad. It's literally just so we're not stepping like 2.5 feet up into it while we're bringing materials and stuff in and out while we're working. Can't wait to hang a sign I'm gonna make right here. Something on the door, you know, decorate a little, but we're a little ways away from that still.